Good morning, children. For a change, we are seeing the history part. His story, men's story is the history. Yesterday, we saw the part 1 of that lesson, New Kings and Kingdoms. I said dynasty, what is kingdom and all. Now, that was in North India. Now we see today South India. In South India, the best rulers were the Cholas. They were very powerful. How the Chola Empire started? There was a person, Muthurayar, in Kaveri Delta, near the Kaveri area, Kaveri Delta. Muthurayar, he was there, and he was like a leader there, and he was subordinates of Pallava kings. Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu, near Chennai, Pallava kings were the rulers. So, for their subordinates, one of the main person, Vijayalaya, he occupied this Muthurayar's Kaveri Delta and started the Chola Empire. And this Chola's empire, first they started from Urayur, near the Trichy. And they captured from this Muthurayar family. Muthurayar was a family only, continuously they were the leaders of the near that Kaveri Delta. From them, this Vijayalaya captured, and he wanted to expand the kingdom. He was a person, these Cholas, they only built Tanjavur town and expanded. The word expanded means they wanted to enlarge their ruling area, expansion. Powerful ruler after this Vijayalaya, first Rajaraja I. This Rajaraja I was a famous ruler, and his son Rajendra I followed him. Rajaraja and Rajendra. These people, they conquered, that is they got victory in Ganga Valley, where in North India. From there to south of India, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was a part of India that time. These two, that is Rajaraja father and his son Rajendra, they built temples in Tanjavur and Gangaikonda Cholapuram. In these two places, they built many temples. And craft production was very famous during these Chola rules. Craft, they gave importance. In that craft, all these bronze images and all they made very famous now also. World level famous that bronze images. And the temples they constructed not only for the worship but for the social, economic, cultural life. During the free time, they passed the time there for the discussion and all the cultural programs they used to conduct there. So temple was a multi-purpose gathering, it was. And agriculture was the Chola's main occupation. Fertile land they had because of the Kaveri Delta, and that kingdom they expanded from North India to South India. So that northern plain rivers and the South India peninsula rivers, everything helped, especially in Tamil Nadu, this Kaveri Delta. And they had a council of ministers who in the administration, kings, they had council of ministers and strong army, navy, everything they had to fight and to protect their empire. And how did they rule means that kingdom was divided into many parts. Why we are division of power? Help us proper rule. So the king, the main person, come to know from the each and every division. First division was Mandalam. That only now what do we say? Province. That is state we are saying. When the British were ruling, we used to call before also province. Province means one particular area. Now we have named it state, S-T-A-T-E. So that entire Chola's kingdom divided into provinces. That only they used to call Mandalam. Then that Mandalam again divided into Valanadu. That Valanadu divided into Nadus. In Nadus, there were many villages that only called Nadus. So, king used to grant land. The olden days no money transaction. So, only land. Land he used to give for the Brahmins, and some lands allotted for the school, and some lands allotted for the non-Brahmins. So, the Brahmins land Brahmadeya, they call it Brahmadeya. So, what is Brahmadeya? The land granted by the king to the Brahmins when they were performing pujas and all. And Veda, they gave importance to Veda. We come to know all these about the Cholas empire and all from the inscription. I told you the word inscription. They have written, that is olden days they did not have any paper, pen and all. So in a rock or on the leaf they used to mention how did they rule, what was the name, that and all inscriptions. From there we come to know. And Periya Puranam, it was one literature, Tamil literature. From that also we come to know about the Cholas empire. And they had different 6 types of land for their administration. Okay, in that administration, this council of ministers, they used to help kings. Now, every department, road communication department, road development, like this we have divided the divisions. One division will be given to one minister. Like that, council of ministers also they had in Chola's administration. They were the very good example for the administration. Who these Cholas? Eminent leaders, rulers were there. And these council of ministers, how did they elect them? Now we have that voting machine and we are doing the election with the help of the electronic voting machine EVM. Those days in Chola's empire, when they were ruling, they council of ministers, to become a council of member, how that what is a qualification means that member should have owned land on his name and own house to live, and he should be 35 years to 70 years old. And there was a pot in the palace. In that inside one small boy will be there. So whoever the people comes, they write that council member voting then that palm leaf and they put it inside into that pot. Later it will be counted and the winner will be announced. Like this only they have conducted the election. Then Chola Empire, first we have to appreciate them for the rainwater pit. They only had got an idea to save the water, especially for the agriculture, irrigation facility. Rainwater pit they constructed for the agriculture purpose. Now the same thing we are even in the cities also we are following in the big bungalows, houses everywhere. This rainwater harvest pit we are following. So this Chola's empire, they ruled very well and they were the very good administrator. Still we are following their policies, principles and all for the Indian administration. We see tomorrow.